Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason and I am your watch guy today. Today I'm reviewing a British micro brand. They are called Matterhorn and this is their DiveMaster 300. Now it is a fantastically spec'd watch for just £249. It is on sale at the moment. It will go up to £299. But for £249, I think that this is a really good offering. Got all the right types of specs and it looks pretty good. To me, this is more of a skin diver type of design. However, it packs a real punch when it comes to its water resistance rating also. Now, if you would like to pick one of these up, I have linked Matterhorn in the description. Now, before I get into this review, let me talk to you about today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by watchshopping.com, an online store that was established in 2017. They have over 1,000 watches in stock and in hand available to you, and they are from 90 plus different brands. 4,000 plus Chrono 24 and Trustpilot review shows how trustworthy watchshopping.com is. They are the one-stop shop for any watch that your heart may desire. If you'd like to take a closer look, they are linked in the description. Thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. So guys, let's turn the camera around. Let's get into the review. So this is the Matterhorn DiveMaster. Now, it is a 300-meter dive watch. However, I think it really does fall more into the tool watch type of category. They have these in 3 different colors, the green, the blue, and this is the volcanic black. How amazing is that 120 click unidirectional bezel? Such a nice tool watch type of feel to that. So it does have dive capability. Obviously 300 meters is more than sufficient. However, it doesn't feel like a hefty dive watch, especially on wrist. It does have a slightly chunkier case design. It's 12.7 millimeters thick. Now, by no means is that overly sized. I think that's actually quite slim for what it does. It is 41 millimeters in diameter. It is 47.2 millimeters lug to lug, and we have 20 millimeter lugs on this. It's an absolutely gorgeous design, and it is a British design also, which is, you know, quite nice to see for myself. I do love seeing British designs. I love to feature them on the channel too. It's just something a little bit, you know, homely about that. Coming in at only £249 on sale at the moment on their website. It is usually $299, I believe. I do think that's a really good deal, especially considering this is packed with a Miyota 9000 series movement. It is the 9015. That's a high beat, 28,800 beats per hour movement. It's actually quite a good movement. Also, it's a step above the usual NH35 type of category. Talking about the availability of these, you can also pick it up with a date window and the option for a nameplate along the side with Matterhorn engraved in it. I actually quite like the nameplate on this one. I feel like it makes it feel a little bit adventurous, almost like an explorer's watch. However, it's not going to be for everyone, and I do like that they've given that option on the website. For £249, I do really think that this is a good deal. Fully brushed stainless steel 316L stainless steel case. Lovely curvature to the casing. We obviously have a screw down crown over here to the side, and that is full polish. I will come back to that. First click is the only click. There's no ghost date position on it, which again, nice to see, because they could have really easily fitted this with the same movement as the no date, as the date version, in fact. We have a lovely nailing to the edge of the bezel, really easy to grip hold of. As I mentioned, this is a 120 click unidirectional bezel. We have a dive indicator from the 12 to 3 hour mark. Well, from the 0 to 15 point there, as you can see, which is the usual indication for a dive watch. This bezel is ceramic by the looks of it, and it is loomed. The numerals and the markings are loomed on this one, which I will show you in the loom shot a little bit later on. But that is a nice little premium effect. And again, I come back to this bezel. Such a nice grip to it, such an easy use bezel. We move to the back. It is a stainless steel brushed case back. It is a screw down case back on this one. We have the Matterhorn logo in the center, and it's quite a simple case back, to be fair. Usual information around the outer edge. Not much to write home about on that one. It does actually almost bowl in shape, and I do believe that will be something to do with the depth of this watch, the depth rating on this watch. Flat sapphire crystal on here, and we do have some layers of anti-reflective coating also. I really like how this matte effect on the bezel, this satin effect even, really does flow into the flat black dial. Very nice, that. Really accents it very well. We have applied indices throughout the dial. We have short and triangular shaped indices at the 12, 3, 6 and 9. And then we have batons filling the rest of the hour markers. Minute track printed around the outer edge. And one really nice feature that they have on here is that the 15-minute marks that line up to the dive indicator on here are coloured in red. That gives a really nice accent to the watch, and it plays well with some other features that we have throughout the dial here. Up at the 12 o'clock, we have the Matterhorn logo printed in white. Down at 6, automatic DiveMaster 300 in a nice red text, and that does accent that red 15-minute mark that I mentioned earlier. The 12, 3, 6 and 9 are printed in Arabic numerals to the dial. Do like an Arabic numeral dial. Finishing off this dial is the handset, and we have a Dauphine style handset here. High polish around the outer edge, an arrowhead second hand with the tip of the arrowhead painted in red. Again, accents that dial very nicely. We do have a lume center. Let me just separate these hands and I will get the lights off for this lume shot. We do have a lume bezel on this one too, so it'll be nice to see how well that is lumed and what type of signature it gives us. So we have a blue BGW9 lume on this one. Nice Arctic style blue, and it is actually well applied from what I can see here. No obvious patchiness, well spread, and it's doing the job that it should. It's not the brightest in the world, but it's definitely noticeable, definitely legible also, which is very important for a dive watch lume. Definitely gets a pass, more than a pass. I give a 7 or 8 out of 10. I think that's actually pretty good, to be fair. Well done, Matterhorn. They haven't let us down on that one, which is nice to see. So as we move on to the bracelet, you can see that is a pretty standard bracelet on this one, almost oyster style. We have female end links. It is fully brushed throughout. Push pins are the option on this one. You can see we have even brushing through the side of the bracelet, of the links here. Pretty substantial clasp on this one, again brushed, fold out milled clasp. Just click that back in. The Matterhorn logo is endorsed on the safety fold over on this one. Plenty of levels of micro just to get that perfect fit. Actually a really nice comfortable bracelet on here. As you can see, they are independent links, which gives a nicer feel to the wear on the bracelet. One thing that I really do have to harp back to is the finishing on this watch. It is actually a very good standard. Very impressed by Matterhorn and the level that they've given on this. One thing that some microbrands don't get spot on the first time around is the finishing on their watches. But this is pretty fantastic, to be fair. Let me pop it on wrist before we talk about our moan section. It is a very comfortable wear on wrist, and due to that more slim style, it does make it a very easy daily wear type of watch. And I think a lot of people look for that nowadays. I think a lot of people want a watch that they can wear for every occasion, and I think this one would suit that motif, especially in this flat black, very subtle, very stealth style look on here. It doesn't shout and scream, but it does look quite the part, doesn't it? It looks quite elegant in the design. Let me just take this off. So where do I think that they fall short? Well, I definitely think that they could have done something different with this crown. It is very high polish and it does stand out. I mean, it is signed, which is fair enough, but it stands out with the rest of the design because the rest of the design is fully brushed. I just feel like they've kind of missed the mark with that. I would have liked to seen it nailed to match the bezel also. This is some fantastic nailing throughout the bezel. If they could nail that crown too, it'd really flow very nicely with the design, and I think it would probably complete it quite well. Secondly, I kind of think that they missed the trick on the clasp. Now, I think that the clasp is really good for what it should do. It's got plenty of levels of micro adjusters, which is exactly what you want. However, I feel like the clasp's really like chunky, very thick, very substantial, and I feel like they could have gone with something a little bit more subtle, a little bit more skin diver, I guess. I mean, that's just my personal preference. I just feel like it outweighs the head of the watch slightly. But I do think that this is a fantastic offering for £249. £299 granted at retail, but at the moment you can pick them up for £249, and I think that that is a fantastic price for what they're offering here. Especially with the other colour options, you know, you can jazz it up slightly, I guess. You don't have to go with the volcanic black, the flat black type of design, but I do think that this really does give that nice skin diver type of effect, and I really do like the numerals on the dial. I think some people would really like the Matterhorn plate on the side also. Give it that nice adventure style look. Well done to Matterhorn. It's nice to see a British brand coming out with something that really does hit the nail on the head, really does. It's coming out of the blocks quite well, I think, because it's really done everything it should do first time round. So well done to Matterhorn. As I said in the intro, this is a British design micro brand piece, and it's always really nice to get a British design in, especially when I deal with so much from other nations. It's nice to see something from my country every now and then and to show it to you guys. So it's really nice to have Matterhorn on the channel. Thank you to them for sending this in for review. It is going back to them to go on to another reviewer. In fact, they said the reviewer was in Russia. Wonder if they're going to be it's not really my problem. Thank you for watching this one, guys. Please remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.